So the Galaxy S20 Plus has been out for a couple of months, but I do understand that some people may still be on the fence about getting it. So along with our full review of this phone, which you can check out here or in the description, we're hoping that this video can help you with your decision. Okay, so we're starting off with the best stuff as usual, and I think you know where I'm going first. We're talking about the display. This giant, crisp, clean, and buttery smooth panel is pure eye candy, and it's so fun to use. The super fast 120Hz refresh rate makes things as simple as scrolling through applications enjoyable, while the bright punchy colors and sharp resolution make for a very, and I mean very pleasant viewing experience. Next, we're talking performance. Now, I've used this phone since its release, and not once have I had any real issues with performance. This is the quickest and most fluid Galaxy device I've ever used, and it'll be sure to handle everything, and I mean everything you throw at it. Long gone are the days of lag and hiccups and stutters. Samsung definitely equipped this phone nicely. From the CPU, the GPU, and all of that RAM, there shouldn't be any doubt about its performance now, and its performance years down the road. The same goes for the battery. Such a powerful device with such a large, bright display needs a good, strong battery to go along with it. And the S20 Plus's battery does not disappoint. The battery performance has been quite good in our testing, clocking in at around 6 to 7 hours of screen on time, very low consumption while idle, and dependability in the most crucial situations. Now I'm talking about when you've got 5G and Bluetooth enabled, 100% brightness, you're using maps and listening to a podcast while sending voice messages all at the same time. This battery will stand its ground and keep the phone going. Next, we're talking about One UI. Now, this iteration of Samsung's skinning of Android is so in-depth it could easily get its own video, but in a nutshell, Samsung has done a very good job with One UI. Now, it may not be everybody's favorite, but you have to admit it does have a lot to offer and it works very well. From theming and customization, the ease of use factors, the tweaks, to the quality of life additions and refinements made over time, it makes for a really good user experience, and there's something in here for everyone. And there is really no shortage of what it can do. And now we're getting to the phone's design. It's simple, it's not very flashy, but it's still Samsung, and that's a good thing. They really hit a sweet spot with this one. Many designs from previous years molded into this. It's clean, it's comfortable in the hand, and very premium. Not to mention, I could not thank Samsung enough for decreasing the curves on the display. Again, this is the sweet spot. It's not completely flat, but no overly dramatic curves. So far this year, this is probably my favorite phone to use, partially due to that adjustment. Alright, so it's time to flip the script a bit. Let's go ahead and talk about the phone's price. As great as this device is, $1,200 is not cheap. It's not like this phone was supposed to be cheap or anything. That'd be unfair to ask. It's supposed to be expensive, but the price tag is still worth mentioning when it comes to this phone. And as it stands right now, this is a reason why some people just won't pick it up. But don't worry, the price will go down, and even Samsung has ways for people to get it for less. But still, $1,200, my goodness. Next, updates. Yes, Samsung has gotten better, but they still have yet to nail down the whole software update thing. With some other manufacturers, you know you'll get updates consistently for X amount of years. With Samsung, that isn't necessarily the case, and on top of that, when they do push out updates, they can be slow to do so. I get that some people don't even care about updates, but it's nice to get security patches when you're supposed to get security patches, and we shouldn't have to question when these phones will get the newest version of Android. Ah yes, the fingerprint scanner. Now, in my experience, it's been pretty solid, but unfortunately, that just hasn't been the case for everyone. Some have found it to be slow and or inconsistent, or some just don't even like the style of an in-display fingerprint scanner. And that is totally fair. The tech behind it is great for sure, but seeing a wide variety of differentiating experiences with it, it makes you wish Samsung would have improved on it more. It's not really a one-size-fits-all thing. Next, we're back to the design. Yeah, it's kind of like a two-edged sword. As nice and as clean as the design is, it is very slippery, it is not the most easy thing to hang on to, and on top of that, the camera bump is, well, the camera bump is there. Nothing skins from channel sponsor Dbrand can't fix. Check out all of their neat skins like these ones right here, and their cases using the very first link down below. But no, for real, the glossy glass back isn't fun when you get it all smudged up, and that will happen, trust me. Lastly, we wanted to mention the cameras. They're very good overall, don't get me wrong, but competition is getting hotter by the minute it seems. Samsung remains in the top 2 and top 3 position that it's been in for years. So having said that, when comparing, we see that the tech giant still has some work that it can do. Things like the fact that Samsung's processing is still notorious for smoothing out faces, and the cameras tend to favor higher exposure. So they're good. Samsung's even pushed out a couple of updates to fix some camera bugs, but we feel there are areas we know they can still improve upon. All in all, the list should tell you just how good of a phone the S20 Plus is. It has a lot of upsides and it has its downsides, but the weight of those downsides isn't all that heavy, all things considered. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, sub to the channel, and turn on post notifications if you haven't yet. It's been Zach, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.